Remember those times when you used to play on your Wii, your Xbox 360 or your PS3? Those probably were the best times you ever had playing games. And you're probably wondering, why is this? Well, we play games a bit too much. You see, remember that time when you first got your first console and you're playing that first game you've ever played? That was probably one of the best feelings you ever had playing games, because that was your first time actually ever playing them, and the feeling of dopamine was like nothing else. Well, let's be honest, after almost 5 years of playing games over and over and over again, you're eventually going to start getting bored, let's be honest. I can guarantee you, some of you have your favourite game as a childhood game, and you're probably wondering, why is that? Well, back then, games were actually, in my opinion, a bit better. You see, for example, like Call of Duty, the old Call of Duties, which I think everyone can agree this, were way better before, but now they're just kind of, mid. It's not just Call of Duty, pretty much FIFA, NBA 2K, Fortnite, pretty much every game that was really popular at one time is just getting worse and worse now. Now, when you get a new game on your Xbox or your PS5, you play it for maybe a couple of weeks, it could be a couple of days, maybe even a month, but then eventually you start to get bored of it, and then you go on to the next game. That didn't really happen ever when you were younger, let's be honest. But here's the thing, I think games like Fortnite are actually not that bad right now. It's just that we miss those old seasons when we were having so much fun, that much, that we think that every new season that Fortnite makes now is just terrible. Now, the last season of Fortnite was a bit bad, but this new one of the Marvel is not really that bad, let's be honest. But here's the thing, most games now just focus on money. Like Call of Duty, they've been shoving out a game every single year, even though no one actually wants it. But let's be honest, they get a lot of money from it, which is why they do it. In my opinion, the best type of games are story games. And back then in our childhood, that was the best time for story games ever, because that's when we were first experiencing it. But there are also timeless games, like for example Minecraft, which we might take breaks from, but I know we will always come back to them. All people have been saying that gaming is dying and it's not fun anymore, but personally I've been having a lot of fun playing games recently. You see, me and gaming had a fallout 2 months back where I was barely playing any games, but now I've recently got back into it with games like Terraria, CarX, and especially Fortnite. Honestly, I know everyone said that Fortnite is dead, which for a while I really thought was true, but honestly, it's not dead. The player count's alright and the season's actually pretty good. So expect to see more gaming videos in the future, which is a big up. Now obviously, some games have been getting worse over time, like Call of Duty, which is obviously a no-brainer. I mean, who actually likes the new seasons, let's be honest. But other games right now that have been released recently are actually still pretty good, so I don't know what they're talking about. And honestly, if you take a break for gaming for a while and you come back, it's going to be way fun. It doesn't matter if you play with friends or alone, gaming just will be fun. Also, try not to listen to music while you're gaming all the time, because that just makes your brain even more stimulated. Just try and play without music for once, and you find it way more peaceful. Also, things like Game Pass for Xbox, which have a million games, is definitely very good for gaming, because you're never going to get bored. Once you finish a game, you can just go and move on to the next one. And also, PS has that too, it's called PS Plus. So in my opinion, is gaming dying? No and yes. Obviously some games are getting worse, but some games are still pretty popular and are still pretty good. It's just your opinion really. In my opinion, I'm kind of in the middle. Gaming is still fun, but I guess it's not as good as it used to be. Anyway, this is pretty much all for the video, so I'll see you guys in the next one.